When we first decided to make the change from just regular old day-to-day working and living in the rat race to homesteading, I knew that I wanted fresh eggs. At that point, I had never tried farm fresh eggs, and I've always been afraid of birds. When I was younger, my mom actually had a pet bird, and this bird loved her, super loyal to my mom. It would chill on her shoulder and eat from her hands and drink whatever she was drinking. It was like her best friend. She's our professional chicken wrangler. Almost. You got a feather, but not the chicken. Which bird is that?
Last time it was my favorite bird, and then him got mad at me. But now it is still my favorite bird.
He's your favorite bird? She's a girl. But she can still be your favorite.
I saw her tongue.
All right, let's go put her back where she needs to be. She jumped right on over the fence, huh? She was trying to drive the four-wheeler, huh?
Yeah, but she wanted to get out.
Yeah, because we let all the other birds out. Oh, just going to throw her over. Even better.
Yeah. Even better. No, you can't.
You birds look so rough. Came in to look for an egg, and it's an Easter egg hunt. They're everywhere. What is going on? I'm pretty sure that's Betty White's egg. She finally laid us an egg again. Woohoo! Thank you, Betty. Where you go? I don't know where she ran to, but thank you, Betty. Oh, there she is. All right, let's stick it in our pocket. All right, you got it in yours? All right, let's go see if there's any more eggs in here. It might be an Easter egg hunt a little before Easter, huh?
I got that.
You thought the ball was an egg?
Yeah.
All right, ready? Any eggs? Oh, we got one trying to lay one, maybe. Oh, it's okay. Grab that egg, but then let's let her lay back down.
Yeah. Us to get more.
Yeah, we'll come back and check for more later. These birds are happy. Today is the first day that these birds are all free-ranging with the little ones, and apparently the little ones are not too fond of it.
Can I pick that one up?
Ouch! She's in my hair.
Oops.
Alrighty then. The little ones, our Easter eggers, are not too happy that we let all of the big birds out. But the big birds have been cooped up for 2 weeks, and it is finally time to let them roam around in their big, wide, semi-free range space. So we'll see how they go. Apparently, this black one, what is her name? Cheetah? Is that one Cheetah or Stripes? Cheetah? Cheetah does not like being near the rest of these, but because she was able to jump up onto my shoulder or fly, we're definitely gonna have to clip some wings. You would think, growing up with a bird in the house, that there's no way I could be afraid of one, right? Wrong. This bird hated everyone but my mom. Anytime I saw that bird get onto somebody else's shoulder or near anybody else, it would attack. It would take its beak and just rip chunks of skin out of them. And I was terrified of that bird. Can you imagine every time that thing flies around or scoots around on the couch when you're sitting near them, just worrying about the chance of just a big chunk of your skin being taken away from you, yeah, no thank you. To me, it was scarier than a dog bite. These birds are doing exactly what we were hoping for. They are helping our compost pile. They're adding more nitrogen and they're picking through and spreading it around. And then we're just gonna keep adding to it, and they're gonna make some great compost to go into our garden this year. Being afraid of birds made it slightly harder to make the decision to get one or multiple. But I knew that I had to get birds in order to have eggs. So when Jara, our youngest daughter, asked for chickens for her birthday, I was all gung-ho. We went and picked some up and we brought them home. And although I was terrified, I was excited to see some eggs. Facing my fears to have eggs. Facing your fears is not an easy task, but some say it's the best way to get over your fears. And you can't let fears run your life. So, say hello to me facing my fears. We've had chickens since July of 2019, and I am now able to pick them up, care for them, check them out, carry them around, pet them, love on them. One day when I was, I don't know, probably 15 or so, I got home from school and my chore was to cook dinner for everyone. And no one else had made it home yet. That day was a day I will remember for the rest of my life. That day, as I was doing my chore, I heard the flapping of wings while I was in the kitchen. I was making spaghetti that night, and I had already gotten the pot and the noodles, and I was standing at the stove, but as soon as I heard the flapping of wings, I immediately panicked. The lights weren't on because it was still sunny outside, and we used the light from the window to see. I ran and grabbed a chair and pulled it close to the stove and sat crisscross in the chair because my mom's bird was free. It was able to fly down from the cage, but it wasn't able to get enough flight to get back up onto the chair. And it stood watch over me. I swear I had to have been sitting there in that chair for an hour at least before anybody had gotten home.
Let you get any chunks of crispy.
Oh, thank you. I sat in that chair while this bird, like a military soldier, paced back and forth on the floor beside the chair. There were no poles on the bottom of the chair, so it couldn't just climb up, and I was thankful for that. At least an hour later, someone managed to make it back home. By this time, the sun had gone down, and I was sitting alone, crisscross in a chair at the stove with no lights on in a completely dark house. They came in, and everybody asked me what I was doing. So I told them what had happened, and everyone, still to this day, laughs about the story. I was held captive by a bird. It's okay. You can laugh too. It's a pretty funny story now that I'm older and I continue to tell it to people as to why I'm afraid of birds. But it's true. I was terrified, and some birds still kind of freak me out, but I'm learning and I'm facing my fears. I'm becoming one with these chickens. I'm not a crazy chicken lady, or at least I don't think I am. Jay may say otherwise. He says if I talk to the chickens and I've named the chickens, then I must be a crazy chicken lady. And if that's the case, I have a mini me too, because she loves to talk to them, give them names, and carry them around like babies. Maybe we're both just crazy chicken ladies. That's okay with me. They give me eggs.
Even hug them.
And their meat tastes good too. So, like I said, facing your fears is pretty hard, but you can't live your life in fear.